Good day. This video is all about percentages, the basics. Let's have a look at the word. Percentages comes from percent. And percent, that per means out of. So it's out of. And the cent, if you think about rands and cents, maybe if you're in South Africa, there is 100 cents in a rand. Or you can think of the word century. And century will be 100. So this is out of 100. The symbol for percentage is this weird little guy. But I did not make it now correctly actually. But I made it on purpose like this. Let me tell you why. If you have a look at this and think of it in terms of a little line and a longer line and two circles, we can represent that by saying the longer line, the little line, and the two circles, and that will be out of 100. But actually, the correct symbol for percentage will be this. Okay, now, percentages are also common fractions. Let me show you. If I'm giving you an example of 35%, you can actually change that by writing 35 out of 100. You agree? And now you can simplify this fraction. Divide the numerator and the denominator with a HCF, highest common factor. In this case, it will be 5. So I will have 7 out of, this is 20. 7 out of 20. Let's do another one. What about 9%? To change the percentage to a common fraction, I can say, okay, change the percentage sign to out of 100. Is 9 out of 100 in its simplest form? Yes, it is. So you can leave it like that. Now let's do it now other way around. To change from a common fraction to a percentage. We are going to do a couple of examples. Example 1. How about 28 out of 100? Straightforward. 28 out of 100 will be 28%. Okay. How about the next one? 7 out of 100. What will that be? Still straightforward, 7%. Number 3. Let's increase the difficulty level a bit. 3 out of 10. What do you think is the percentage? Remember what we said? Percentage just means it's out of 100. And here I have out of 10. So don't tell me it's 3%. We first need to change the denominator to 100. So for it to become 100, I take the 10 and I times it by 10. But then I need to do it in my numerator as well. Otherwise, I will not have equivalent fractions. So 3 times 10 is 30. So this will be 30%. Number 4. 2 out of 5. Think a bit. This might be a bit tricky now. Remember what's the basics? The basics is percentages means it's out of 100. So I need to make that out of 100. With what should I multiply the 5 to get 100? 20. So I multiply the numerator and the denominator by 20. Then I will have 40 out of 100, and that will be 40%. Okay, I'm going to give you another one. Tricky one. Have a look at this one. What will you do if I'm giving you 1/8 and I want you to change it to percentages without the use of a calculator? Let me give you a hint. You need to know, or if you don't know that yet, then you need to remember this. that 8 times 125 equals 1,000. Let's make a note. 8 times 125 equals 1,000. And make sure that you know that and that you remember this. Okay, so how are we going to deal with the 1/8? Change the 8 to 1,000 by multiplying by 125. So I multiply by 125, the top and the bottom. So I will have 125 out of 1,000. But we still have a problem because percentages means it's out of 100. So how can I change the 1,000 so it is out of 100? Correct. Divide by 10. So if I divide by 10, I will then have 100 here. And now 125 divided by 10, you can move the comma one space. It will be 12,5, and I will end up with 12,5%. Boys and girls, I do hope that you understand the basics of percentages. Until next time, goodbye.